Hello and welcome back to Colonial Airstream. I'm Patrick Botticelli, and today I would like to show you the all-new 2023 Airstream Interstate 24GT. The GT stands for Grand Tour. This floor plan will seat up to 7 people and sleeps 2. There is an optional front bed system to sleep 1 additional person. This is built on the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 3500 series chassis, 170-inch wheelbase, with the Mercedes-Benz Blue Tech turbo diesel engine. It's a 3-liter, 6-cylinder, 188 horsepower, and 325 foot-pounds of torque. From bumper to bumper, this is 24 feet 7 inches, and the exterior height is 9 feet 7 inches. The exterior is available in silver, which we have here today, white, or black, and there's 4 interior decors available. The one we're going to be viewing today is the Modern Grige, but there is also Formal Black, Classic Canyon, and the Tommy Bahama edition. For factory options, this is available in either 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. We're going to be viewing a 2-wheel drive today, and it is available with power leveling jacks as an upgrade. This one is not equipped with the power leveling jacks. What it is equipped with is the new E1 package. This is a $24,700 option upgrade, which eliminates propane altogether. The standard way they build a van, it would have a propane cooktop, propane heating, propane water heater, and a propane generator on board. With the E1 package, there is no propane. It's equipped with an induction cooktop, a Timberline 2.0 diesel water heater and diesel furnace, and it's a hydronic system. It's pretty impressive. And it also is equipped with 12,000 watt hours of lithium batteries. You also get a 3,200 watt inverter on board, and you get 2 alternators. You have 6,900 watts of alternator charging power because it has 2 DC to DC chargers. On the roof is 400 watts of solar. There's 300 watts for the coach part and 100 watts for the chassis. And there is a MPPT solar charge controller, which gives you 500 watts continuous charging capacity. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to take you on a very thorough walkthrough of this coach so you can understand where all the features are and how everything works. We'll start over here with the MSRP price. Currently, the base MSRP is $222,572, and it has the silver paint upgrade. So white is your standard, silver, black are upgrades, and that is $1,260. And then this one has the E1 package, which is $24,700. With the destination and surcharge, it's $2,700. The total is $251,232. Look down here. You have a power entrance step. This step, when you close or open the entry door, this is a power door, by the way. You could operate it off the remote control, the dashboard, or inside the coach. See, that step goes in. It's also equipped with a step hold button, which is pretty cool, because if you're out camping and you don't want that step to go in and out each time you open the door, you can put the step on hold, which keeps it out. Over here we have a retractable screen door, and it fits really nicely tight up against the body, and it's an accordion style. All the cabinetry has laminate with plywood, so you use Italian light plywood, which is really lightweight, really durable, and they laminate it with laminate, not decals. So that's a little bit different than some RV and camper vans. They use a sticker, so this is going to be a little bit more durable. You can rub it down, you can scrub it. And then they have this really cool screen that goes up over here for your kitchen area, and you could swivel a faucet outside and have water outside. You could pass items through to your partner when you're camping. And then up top, there is a power awning. And the power awning has LED light strip built into it. And then to control the awning, there's a touchscreen control right here by the entry door. So you could go through the menus here, and we're going to hit extend. And it will come out automatically. And this awning is the full length of the coach. And it comes out, I mean, all the way over to here. But if you want to stop it, you just pause it right there. This also has a seismic sensor built into it. So what happens is, if it's too windy out and the awning's flapping up and down, the seismic sensor will sense that and bring it in before you have damage to your awning. And this awning really isn't that flappy because it differs than other camper van manufacturers because it has 3 arms built into it. So it's much more stable and it could resist the wind a little bit better than some others out there. Now also on here, when we go to lighting, I could put my patio light on, which is the bright light over the entry door in the back underneath the awning. And that also works when the awning is in. There's also an awning light on this part of the awning, which illuminates this area underneath and really gives a sharp look to the coach. If you look down on the ground, there is undercarriage lights, which is really cool. You can see the glow on my shoe. It's just on this side, it's not on both sides. You gotta be mindful. Don't leave that on when you're driving. You don't want that glowing when you're driving down the highway. So you could control all the lights from here. You could also do a master control for all the lights on board. Open up the passenger door, and you look in here, they got a fitted rug, a cab area rug, that really gives this area a really nice plush look. On the seat here, on the front of the seat, there's a swivel lever that will allow you to swivel the chair around, driver and passenger. And it has power seats, and they're memory seats. So you could set the memory to driver 1, 2, and I would select the third one to be the position where the seat needs to be so you can swivel it around without rubbing the door. And then over here, there's also heated seats on this model, first aid kit, and a light here. If you had to pull over on the side of the road, you can put this down, and this will illuminate to allow people to know you're in the shoulder. Now, up here, for privacy, there's shades all around in this coach, but for privacy, this is all standard stuff. So a lot of manufacturers, it's additional options. Airstream gives you this stuff. This comes with it. Reflective and insulated, and they're cab privacy shades. And what they do is they just have magnets in them. You stick them up, and that'll give you a little bit of insulation and a little bit of privacy while you're camping out. And there's 3. There's one for the front windshield that goes across. That one you just lay up against the windshield and flip down your visors, and then one for the driver's side. And they come in this really nice case too. There's a pocket here on the dash, and there's also pockets all the way up here. There's 3 pockets total, so you can put all your gadgets and gear in there. And then this has a driving camera on the backup camera back there, and then it also has side cameras. So when you turn on your signal, you could see down the side of the coach and see who's in the lane next to you. And these beautiful Alcoa rims with the door bright finish on them. So they're not like the old school aluminum rims where you have to polish them to get them to look like this. They have the door bright finish. So really, really nice. And then you got nice big steps here to get in and out of the driver and passenger. Before we head inside, take a look at the details here. There's a light here that illuminates the step. There's a tread here on the step so you don't slip out. There's grip here. This floor is 1.5 inches of insulation. Really reduces noise level, makes the floor feel a lot warmer, and also has woven vinyl flooring throughout. So this is extremely durable flooring material, way more durable than just basic sheet vinyl that is embedded into a rubber mat. Water will not soak through it, and it's easy to sweep out. And the Airstream gives you a complete carpet kit that you could carpet the whole entire interior. If you don't need it, you just leave it out. But I put one in just so you could see what it looks like. Now, grab handle to get in. Over here we have a recessed fire extinguisher. Over here we could turn on and off the battery system and hold the step so the step stays out. I could turn on the master light so I have all the lights in the coach come on, or I could individually turn on and off and dim lights from here. On the home screen I could see how much fresh water, which is 23 gallons, gray waste, which is 24 gallons, and black waste, which is 11 gallons, right from here. And then I could also change, I could put cinema mode on, it dims the lights down, puts the power shades down for you. I could do low dim for all the lights, medium, or I have them all the way up bright right now. I could also do, we're back to this screen, dim up and down the awning light, undercarriage light. I could do my climate control, so I could turn on heat or, air conditioning on this model. If this was a non-E1 model, you could do heating controls from here, but this has the E1 package, so it has a Timberline diesel hydronic heating system. That has a separate controller in the back. I could operate the shades in here, so if you step up on in a little bit, you might be able to see a little bit better. If I hit the down button, this lowers all the privacy shades inside and really darkens the whole room. I could pause it, and I could bring them back up. And then if you look down, you can see you could individually operate each one. So if you just wanted privacy for one area, you could just do that one. And then you could also change some of the settings on here. So really nice to have this solid surface countertop. Over here in the cab area, you have all the Mercedes-Benz best-in-class features. MBUX stereo system, driving camera. There's a stereo for the front with speakers up front. There's also a separate stereo for the back, which is remote control. So if your passengers are in the back and they want to listen to different music, they have their choice, and with the remote control, they could operate the back. And this cab area is very plush. If you look at the way the seats are, Airstream has all these seats reupholstered, so they're extremely comfortable. This piece here even slides out to give you different support. The armrests are adjustable, but when people sit in these seats compared to a regular Sprinter seat, they can't believe it's the same seat. Airstream does a great job. These even have side airbags built into them. So if you did have a collision, you do have that safety factor. Also, here is the parking brake. Pull that up. Now, in order for this seat to swivel, this has to be out of the way. So while it's engaged, you could actually just push it right down. It's still engaged, right? But it's the fold-away parking brake lever, which is pretty neat. Now, this seat swivels, and it's parked in the right position, so it's not rubbing on anything. And then you have a workstation here. And this has a swivel mount built into it, so both driver and passenger. You can leave the bed set up in the back all the time, and this could be your eating area. But this is adjustable up and down. From this control, you can lock it in different positions. The television is an articulating arm, so you can really swivel this out. If you're outside, you might be able to see it from outside. Then on the wall, you get 4 USB outlets, and this has that 3200 watt inverter. Well, there's an inverter outlet next to the television, so you can run that off your battery system and solar. And back to the battery, so this has a mega 3200 watt inverter. So you can run air conditioning, microwave, TVs off that inverter. And that 12,100 watt hour battery system is tremendous. You can run that air conditioning for an extended period of time without running down the battery system. Over here on the wall, one of the really unique features with Airstream, this has the VB Air Ride suspension. It greatly enhances the ride capability, and really for your back passengers, they're going to love it. It's not as bouncy. If you ride an extended Sprinter that does not have air suspension, it can be a bouncy ride. With the air suspension, it's unbelievable. And you can raise and lower the back of the coach when you're parking, if you're trying to clear a curb or back into something that you really need to lower it down with that control. Up here, there is a reading light over this television area. You can turn on and off. Up top here is another one of those controls, just a larger version of it. But this one also shows you your chassis voltage. You could operate, there's a power insect screen in the back that you could operate up and down from here or in the back. And you could go through the same blind control, HVAC. This has a fantastic fan up here, and you could operate the fan, you know, open and close lid, fan speed high, medium, and low, all from here. And see this QR code? This allows an owner to scan to open up different operation manuals and videos that's on Airstream's website. So if there's something in here you're not familiar with, you could scan that and you can get up to speed on what's going on here. And then for the Volta system, the battery management system, it'll tell you how many hours are remaining at your current draw, the temperature of the batteries, time. There's lots of different settings in here, and we give complete orientation, walkthrough orientation to all our customers here at Colonial Airstream. After it's purchased, we set up a date and time for you to come to the dealership. You get hands-on training with a delivery coordinator. They would go through each and every one of these items here to teach you how they work inside and out. We do welcome our customers after they do their training to stay the night at our dealership to do their shakedown while they're still here. That way, if any questions come up, you're still on the property, we could take care of anything that you need and go over any items that you need to review again. This cabinet also houses the antenna booster. There's an antenna on the roof that powers up these televisions for over-the-air reception. There's two HDMIs, one for the front TV, one for the back TV. So if you wanted to put a Blu-ray player or device in here, it's already pre-wired for that. There's a loop if you decided to do a satellite system on the roof. There's room for a satellite receiver. And then there is a subwoofer. You could change the sound levels of that. All the cabinets, this is all extruded aluminum structure. All the wires are hidden in a chase. It's all carpeted on the inside, so whatever's moving here is going to be quiet when it moves around. Premium hardware here on the doors, and then the spring is actually what keeps the door shut. This is just a latch that folds away. Now, over here, we have the wardrobe space. If you open this all the way around, you got a light in here you can turn on and off. Wardrobe rod. These shelves are removable, and you can hang a shirt here. These slide all the way out, full extension, so you got 4 of those total. So you can put a lot of different things. And again, Italian light ply with laminate. Everything is really nicely done. Down on the floor, there's an aisle light. So if you have the aisle lights on, they are motion activated. So they'll eventually turn off, and then if they see motion, they'll kick back on, which is really nice to have at night. And you have a furnace exhaust down here. Over here is the refrigerator. So this is a 5 cubic foot refrigerator. You can control it, the temperature here on the side. These shelves are adjustable, and it's a massive space in here. You really think about how much room you have in this refrigerator. It's quite impressive. And this runs off a battery, 12 volt, and electricity, and it's a compressor driven, so it's not like the propane refrigerators that the RV industry used to use. So it's extremely efficient, and it cools really fast. And on the bottom, you got just about a 1.5 cubic foot freezer portion of that, and it's a drawer style, so you drop your items in. It's really efficient. And then you have some vents top and bottom that allow airflow behind the refrigerator cabinet. And then once you get these doors closed, there's little latches here for travel that you could lock it so they don't open when you're going down the highway. Beautiful solid surface countertops here. Sink cover comes off. You got a stainless steel sink, high mount faucet with pull down sprayer. You also have a flip down here for a sponge. Paper towels go here. Trash pail built in. I liked this so much I built one into both of my Airstreams. Down here there's a drawer. And all these drawers easily come out if anybody ever needed to get to service. There's another drawer over here. One over here. Another one over here. Silverware organizer built in too. They all have J-latches to keep them shut when you're driving down the highway. And if you don't want to bump into them, just push the little handles out of your way. True induction, electric induction cooktop is over here. There's under cabinet lights over here, an electrical outlet up top here. Overhead roof locker storage throughout, all separated and compartmented into different areas. Carpet throughout to really keep the noise level down. Airstream aluminum ceiling. This has EcoBat insulation all the way around. Airstream does an excellent job insulating their vans. Over here, we have a 1.2 cubic foot drawer style microwave. It's so much easier to drop things in and close the door. You just hit the close button. You could do open too. than trying to reach down and open a door and put something in. And this even has a travel latch here off to the side. There's another drawer here, another one here. This is a big drawer. And then another aisle light over here. Now, back over here, we have controls for the rear bed. So the bed is 66 inches wide, and it can assemble over 80 inches long. And to recline the rear sofa, you just press the button. You can take the headrests off. I'm not going to put it all the way down because I got the privacy screen there. But you could take the headrests off and go all the way flat. And there's extension board in the back trunk of the coach that extends it even further out. And then the ottomans are also power, one by one. And they all meet up to one large bed. And it's quite comfortable to sleep on. Some people leave it set up as a bed all the time, and they might get a mattress topper to put on top of it, which will give them a higher comfort level. What you could also do is take this table out. I'm going to unlock it, slide it up the little track here, take it down the aisle, and slide it into this track, lock it in place. Now you got another table for back here. And what's great is, like, while you're eating, if you wanted to get up to get some, you just push the table out of your way. And you can store it all the way back here if you want to, and wedge it in. More overhead roof locker storage. 13,500 B2 air conditioning on the roof. Does a really good job chilling the inside of this coach. Take a look at the bathroom here. Towel bar in the back of the door. Integrated sink. This pulls up, it hangs up here, becomes your shower wand. There's a mirror in here that swivels around, and you have magnification on the other side. Porthole window in the door, which is really cool. Down here, we have a toilet paper holder, which is waterproof, water resistant. A Dometic toilet, foot pedal style. So this dumps into that 11-gallon black tank. By the way, all the tanks are heated in here. They're either heated off of room temperature, which is the black tank, it's in the coach, or 12-volt heat pads, which is the gray and black, they're outside the coach. But you've pushed the foot pedal, door opens, you have a normal flush. There's even a motion sense light in here, which is this light around the fan. And you have your bright ceiling light too. Fan, just push up, push the button, and exhausts outside. There's a shower curtain. This pulls all the way across. Velcros in, keeps this door nice and dry. And then you even have a heat duct in here and a clothesline, which is pretty cool. When you're done with your towel, pull this across, lock it in place, hang your towel here, let it dry out. Keep a light item on there. You don't want to put too much heavy stuff in there. And the compartment here, I'm 5 feet 9 inches. I got these big boots on with the high lifts on them, and I still have plenty of room. So it's over 6 feet total that you have to utilize in this space. It's quite impressive. Now, look at the shower door here. It has this style handle, so you don't bump into anything when you're going down the road. There's no extra latch that you have to latch. This is it. This structure is solid oak here. So the supporting structures on the corners is all solid oak, stained really nice. Back here, there's a television, another one, on an articulating arm. And you can swivel that around in different positions here. And then if you look at the curtain boxes on the wall, these are, you know, buffered out so your shades have somewhere to live. Have a little bit of insulation. There's a USB charge port right here. There's cup holders back here and electrical outlet back here as well. 2 more overhead roof lockers. This one has remote controls in it for the televisions. And then there's some tools for checking tire pressure. There's also a tool here to manually override the awning if you needed to manually override it. Electrical outlet tester, and there's even a soap dispenser that they give to you that you can put in the bathroom. Smoke and carbon monoxide detector is up top here. Huge overhead roof locker back here. And it has a light bar up top. This is the owner's manual kit that comes with the coach. But you could put like luggage that you put on an airline and overheads in here. That's how big this is. Then over here on the side, if you want to come in a little bit closer, there's a pre-wire for the Airstream connected. So there's a router, a PepWave router that Airstream dealers sell. And you could plug the router in and you could have mobile internet. So you have to sign up for a plan, but it's got your power and all the different things that you need to get to the antenna that's already built in on the roof. So that's pre-wired. So it's a very popular upgrade that customers get. Over here we have 2 T-vent windows, 2 more on the other side. So if you want some ventilation, these just crank out over here, and they got insect screens built into them. There's 3 seat belts across the back and 2 on the side. If you do get the 4-wheel drive upgrade, 2 seat belts go away, and it's for payload reasons. So they 4-wheel drive adds quite a bit of weight to the coach, so they have to reduce possible weight that you could put in the van and they eliminate the seat belts by doing that. There's an access panel to the shower faucet here. There's a USB charge port. Down here you have your fuses and breakers in this little box. And then on this side over here, there's some more system controls that are hidden back there that a technician could get to. Over here is the control for the Timberline. This is an awesome system. So what it does is you set your temperature and then you decide, you know, if you're going to use diesel or electric element. And then you could have hot water just by turning the system on. But if you want heat to come out of the registers, then you turn on your fan. So everything's done through this panel right here. You have another panel over here, which is similar to the one at the entry door, for things that you might need while you're in the bedroom. And this system's pretty quiet too, which is really nice. And the diesel, there's a diesel exhaust pipe separate from the engine that exhausts any diesel fumes outside. It's very hard to even smell the burning of the diesel, which I do like. And then you got a reading light over here. And I believe this covers most of the inside, right? In our walkthrough, we do show you there's a lot more little things hidden that we'd like to show with you. But for the purpose of this video, let's head outside now because there's a lot more I got to show you. Come on. This is a 3500 series chassis, so it has dual rear wheels back here to handle that weight that you get on the heavier chassis. Down here on an E1, this is nothing. But if this was a non-E1 package, this is where you'd use to fill your propane tank up. And that would have about a 60-pound propane tank if you didn't get the E1 package. You have cable outside, so if you want to put another TV outside, you have electrical outside. Then you also have a solar port. So if you were parked in the shade, you could buy portable solar panels that have their own controllers built into them, and you could charge the motorhome remotely. So you can put that out in the sun, 20-foot cord, and charge your motorhome remotely. Interstate is the model, 24GT is the floor plan. Another QR code, so you'll see them throughout the coach, all different areas to scan. In the back door, it has an outside shower connection, a little hose back here. The handles are bright red, so you know that's your emergency exit. Has the frost back windows. This could tow 5,000 pounds with a 500-pound hitch weight. You take this cover off and you have a standard 2-inch square hitch receiver. This is the other carpet piece that fills the rest of the coach. Now check this out. If you have stuff back here, and this you don't always have to leave it up, but if you have stuff back here, you can put this little cover on to hide your stuff so no one can look in through the windows and see what's going on. But you can flap it down. These are the filler pieces for the bed. So when the bed goes down, this you could use so your pillow doesn't fall down in the well or to get extra length in the bed. They got hard bottoms and they sit on a removable table here, which is kind of cool because if you're out like tailgating and you're watching something, you can put your drinks here and you really could use for other purposes. And to remove this, you just undo this piece here. This lifts up And if you look under here, it actually has a storage spot. So you can put the table in its own storage spot here. You can see all the lap belts, seat belts that come with the van. And this unscrews, you just press a little button, you can unscrew it, and that has its own storage place. And now you can put all your luggage back here. You can even leave these at home if you weren't going to use them. They give you these little blocks here for the back door, and this just, it magnets in, and it just prevents the door from blowing closed. So if you had something set up back here and you didn't want the door to swing on it, you could use these blocks, one for each side. At the head of the bed here, you have high quality Resonado speakers that you use with the rear stereo. You have clothes hangers that flip down, so if you want to hang a long dress, you have the ability to do so. There's storage pockets here with USB and lights, so you can charge your phone, put your glasses. There's also a matching one on the other side. And then there's two storage pockets over here, so you can put a lot of different things in. I'll lift this back up again. This is where the larger inverter is, the Volta system, and the Timberline heating system is all enclosed underneath this sofa. If this did not have the E1 package, there would be a little bit more storage room in the back here for your luggage. This side, we have a short version of your power cord. So it comes with a 25-foot smart plug. They give you a short one if you just want to run it to the house and plug it in with an extension cord. The rear insect screen, that power rear insect screen, this is it right here, but it's done remotely with the control. And this is the rear shade. See up there, there's two cameras. One is the backup camera from the MBUX system, and one is your driving camera. So that's on the whole entire time while you're driving down the highway. And these body panels, Airstream does an excellent job on their body panels, because regularly a Sprinter just has black plastic panels here, and they do fade down over time, and by having them sanded and painted, it really matches the body. It gives it a beautiful look all around. Then they had this nice chrome strip here to really separate the two areas. Smart plug, this is, I believe, and Airstream believes, to be an upgrade to a standard power plug, because you just press it and plug it in and out. A standard Marinco type power plug, you got to put it in, you got to twist it, and then you put the lock on. Everybody forgets to twist and no one puts the lock on. So the power cord's partial contact on all the leads, which gives a lot of resistance, creates a lot of heat, and it possibly could melt your power cord. By doing it this way, it gives you full contact no matter what. Another solar port here for external solar panel. That's your diesel Timberline 2.0 system, hydronic heating system, and hot water exhaust. Over here is the mechanicals. So they simplified it this year. You have a city water connection, so you can hook up to city water. I would suggest doing a water pressure regulator externally on your water hose. This is a winterization mode. If you hook up here, that will fill up your freshwater tank. This is dry camping, so if you want to use your onboard water pump on board, you turn it to this. And if you want to use campgrounds water pressure, you put it on city fixtures. So it's a very easy system to operate. To winterize it, you stick a gallon jug of RV antifreeze outside, hook up the hose, and this will siphon it inside. And this compartment's lockable, so no one could mess with your water system. And it has a vent here to allow the tank to vent properly. This is the outside shower connection with that hose that was in the back door. Snaps in, you got hot and cold water outside. That just spins closed. And now we have the mechanicals for discharging the waste. So we have a macerator pump on board, which makes life a lot easier. Can you imagine, these are pretty low to the ground, trying to snap on a waste hose and crawl underneath the van to put that big waste hose on? By doing the macerator pump, we could pump up and out, so you don't have to get down and lay on the ground to empty your tanks. This has a service light inside, so it illuminates at night. Lots of attention to detail in these Airstreams. They're always improving their product year to year. You could put a park cable at a campground, you can hook into an external cable there. and the power cord reel is power in. So let me show you this procedure. So you want to empty the waste, right? There's gauges inside, we saw that. You can see how much waste you have. You can decide when to empty it, whether you're at a campground, a truck stop, or at your home. Most people can empty their waste at home into their septic or city sewer. But there's different fittings you can screw on to the end, and obviously if this was used, we would have gloves on. But you have a large fitting you could screw in, and there's a donut for like oblong campground connections. Sometimes they're stripped out. But you can take this off, and you can put the different fitting on. And then once you have it set properly where you're going to put it, then you open up this ball valve, which any residual water could then roll out, right? You don't want that rolling out while you're working on it. And then what you do is you open up your wastegate. It's a blade valve, slid open. Now the waste is slid down and is up against the macerator pump. You turn on the macerator pump. That macerator pump would shred any material that's inside and pump it through this little tiny tube and out. You can even go uphill a little bit. When that's done emptying, you close it. And then you open up your gray waste. So black waste is toilet waste, gray is your sink and shower. That gate open now, that water is sitting up against the macerator pump. We turn on that pump, and now that will clean out everything with your soapy shower water. Now, that's normal procedure. When you're all done and you're gonna bring it back home, you wanna put it away in storage, there's another fitting here. This is a black tank flush. It's a regular garden hose. Don't use your nice freshwater drinking hose. Hook up the garden hose there. Don't turn it on. Open your black tank, turn on the macerator pump, then turn on your hose, and inside the tank, there's a sprayer that will spray down the walls of the tank. All that residual waste comes out through the macerator pump and out your hose. So that is best practice if you want to really clean inside of your tank when you're done camping each time. And then once you're all done and everything's emptied, you close this, and then you put everything away, and you can hit the rear retract. Sometimes you got to feed it left and right, just give it a little hand, and that all packs nice and neat inside this compartment here. So all the system controls are really grouped into one area. And what I love about the way Airstream does their van, it's clean lines. Airstream puts in all these windows. So they get the van as a window van from Mercedes-Benz, and they order it and cut in windows where they need to cut in, and they remove windows so they could have windows that open and operate. But it gives it a nice clean line. It makes it not look like an RV with like the rubber gasket type windows that some RV manufacturers use. This, when you see it on the side of the road, it's hard to tell that it's a motorhome. Inside here gives you access to fill the diesel tank. It's 24.5 gallon diesel tank on board. And then you also have your tire pressure and weight capacity sticker. So you can put, the way this one is equipped, 1,599 pounds of people and cargo and water on board before you exceed the gross vehicle weight rating, which is 11,030 pounds. And that information is very important, so you always make sure you're mindful of that. Storage pocket here in the door, another one here, another one in the dashboard, and one in the center. And let's open up the hood. Oh, or next to the gas pedal too, you could lift this up here. This is where the engine battery is hidden. So these things come up and this floor peels away. And you could also disconnect the engine battery if you're gonna do long-term storage. There's a quick disconnect on it. These mirrors too are like breakaway mirrors. So they fold out of your way if you need to get into a tight spot. But they're manual, they're not power. These parts of the mirror are power, but the folding part isn't. This has the LED high performance lights in the front. Step here, so if I want to get up and clean this windshield. Another neat thing too, this windshield is heated. On a snowy day, you get some snow on the windshield. If it didn't have the heated windshield, you'd be out there scraping it off, or you have to turn the engine on and let it heat up and wait a while. Well, this, you press the button, it comes off so quickly. And up top here is some of the cameras for some of the safety equipment. This is very important. If you get a bug splatter on one of those, it's going to turn that camera off. So very important that you can get up here and reach that to clean that. Open the hood, put down the little prop rod, and it gives us access for service and maintenance. You have an air intake here for the cabin air. You have your radiator overflow. This has a DEF fluid reservoir that you have to periodically fill up. And there's gauges inside. You can tell how much DEF fluid you have. You could fill your oil from here. Engine air filter, washer fluid, master cylinder. You can manually put air in the rear air suspension left and right. If for some reason the pump was disabled and you wanted to pump the backup, you could do it manually. The oil filter is right over here. And then you could also jump start the engine. Since the battery's underneath the floor, how are you going to jump start? You got to take everything apart? No, you just press this and there's your positive terminal. And there's a negative post here off to the side of the body that you could jump start the engine battery if needed. And then put this away. And we look down, you can see Airstream has this really nice lip here to the front. Gives it a really sharp appearance on the outside. And it's equipped with fog lamps here. And then in case you got stuck and needed to be pulled out, or if you had mechanical failure and needed to be put on a tow truck or flatbed, this comes out and there's a hook that could screw into here. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour of the all-new 2023 Airstream Interstate 24GT here at Colonial Airstream. You can visit us on our web at colonialairstream.com. Our telephone number is on 800-265-9019. And don't forget to follow us on social media, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. We have a lot of really cool, quick video tours on there. We'd love for you to enjoy those as well. Well, I'm Patrick Botticelli, and I'll see you next time.